Well, here we go. Suitcases are ready to put in the cart and we are heading off to Europe soon. So leaving the house, a lot of moving pieces on a trip this big and I'm not sure how on earth we're going to pull it off. Got travel issues at airports, we got luggage issues at airports. Still got concerns about COVID and testing, and on top of that we're going to another continent, going to somewhere we've never been before, so we've got to navigate all that as well. So stay tuned, it's going to be a wild ride for the next 5 weeks, but I've got to get this luggage loaded. Four suitcases for 5 weeks. Let's see if that's enough.
Well, here we go. We're pulling out of the driveway, about to start our 5-week adventure. Are you excited?
Here goes nothing. Half terrified, half excited. Who knows?
We'll see how many bumps along the road we encounter, but hopefully we're prepared for most things.
Each journey begins with the first step, and this is the first step out of the driveway. So next step, Europe.
There'll be a few steps before we get to Europe. Unfortunately, we don't live close enough to an international airport that we can just do that without any complications.
So we're here at Pearson.
Yes.
So far so good, everything's going smooth. So we're heading towards security and we'll see how that goes next. No big crowds, no big lineups, so it's all good. So we're here at the gate.
We are.
Yep, so it took us what, about 35 minutes?
35 minutes
from curb to gate. Not too bad, no lines of security. They're more worried about all the different bizarre things I have for vlogging than they were anything else. That was the time suck, was them figuring out my backpack full of electronics.
Batteries and all of those sort of things.
Yeah, so, but yeah, we're through. Now we just gotta wait.
We're here very early.
We came 4 hours before our flight, thinking everybody says at least 3, we want to be safe, and now we're 4 hours before our flight, sitting waiting.
Our plane is here though. People are disembarking on the actual plane that we're getting on.
People
so that's
from
all a
London
good sign.
just arrived here. We're going to go the opposite way in a few hours here.
So I'm sure we're probably getting new crew, but the plane is here, so that's a good sign.
Hopefully we're getting fuel. It's a long way over that ocean.
And I just got a notice from my air tags that I left my suitcases somewhere and they're too far away.
Yep.
So let's hope they make their way to that airplane.
Yeah, that's something we did on the advice of a few of you followers that told us get the air tags, put them in your luggage, you'll track them. So we're using the Apple air tags on our Apple phones, and we're going to see where our luggage is.
Yeah,
so.
Thank you, Paul and Carol, for that.
Yes.
So that was great advice.
So hopefully they come with us, and we'll be in London tomorrow morning, real soon.
Yeah. If I don't see a notification that my suitcase has found me, then I might have to have a little discussion with the stewardess or the crew. I might have a panic attack as we pull away if the suitcases haven't made it.
Almost time to take our sleeping pills, so we're good and tired when we get on that plane for a nap.
Let's hope we can sleep. Not sure.
We'll see. So, anyways, hopefully the next time we turn this on, we're getting on an airplane or landing in London. So
yeah, we're excited.
Exciting. It's a big ocean.
Great.
From the future.
Hi.
We realized when we went back and looked at the footage from our time in London that we really didn't give much detail on how we got from spot to spot and how we figured out all the travel arrangements while in London.
Right.
So we arrived at Gatwick Airport.
We did, and right there at Gatwick there was a tourist information area where we were able to buy an Oyster card. Now an Oyster card is what they use for their transit system.
Yep.
And so we loaded up an Oyster card there. It was £25 each was what we paid for that. £5 is a fee or a tourist fee, and then there's £20 loaded onto your card.
Yes.
So we did that, and we were able to use that to take the train into London.
So we said, let's try this Oyster card out. We talked to a guy, it seemed pretty simple, and it looked like it was pretty obvious what train to get on. So we just went from there.
Yeah, and I think it ended up costing us £9 each, I believe.
That came off that Oyster card.
That came off of that $20 balance that we had. So that left us with $11 to use for other things throughout our visit there.
And we knew we were trying to get to a underground station called King's Cross, Pancras. And we could see that on the maps, and you just had to follow maps. The initial train went to one station,
Yeah.
and then we were able to figure out from there how to get over to the next station.
Yeah.
It all kind of worked out. So
And there was lots of staff working around, so
Yeah.
I did at one point check that we were in the right place, and we were, and so we were good to go.
So yeah, that was the beginning of our learning curve for the London Underground, and it's a good thing we did because that kind of paved the way for us figuring out an easier way around London
Right,
and a most cost-effective way.
right.
So we did that, and then we arrived at the hotel. Well, after a walk from the train station, I think we have found our accommodations for a couple nights in London. You can see right here. So had a tough time finding it. The street signs don't seem to match what's in the map app that we're using on our phone, but we did make it. So see what we get ourselves into next. Okay, so our hotel room is not ready yet.
No, they did check our luggage, put it in a secured back room for us.
We're
So that
staying
was
at what's
nice.
called Studio 2 Lat.
Yeah,
Cartwright Gardens is the street name, if you can find the street name. We had a challenge finding it.
we did. We walked past it and had to backtrack.
Check that out. Double-decker bus. Yeah, right there. I thought maybe it was a tourist thing, but you actually just use your transit card. That's the real buses. Oh, there it goes right now. Weird. It's weird in London. And check this place across the road. St. Pancras Hotel, and behind that's the train station, and King's Cross is right behind that. So once we got checked into our hotel, then we decided we were going to check out all the tourist attractions we wanted to see in London.
Yeah,
So at that point we jumped back into the underground.
yeah. And we
And-
took the train to Piccadilly Circus.
And we're just walking through Trafalgar Square and we came across Canada House. So we go over and see if they'll let us in.
Yeah, we own part of it, don't we?
Yeah, we got our passports. Anyways, just incredible. I was just saying to Mrs. Canuck here, I don't know which way to shoot the camera because every view is just out of this world. So what do you do? But we'll show you all we can.
Look to the side here.
Look at this over here.
We're at the National Gallery. Look at that church behind it.
There's some monster like Sunday over there.
Yeah.
What that thing is, I don't know what those buildings are. Westminster Abbey somewhere around here. Oh, we don't even know where we are, but
We're just exploring it all.
even if you get lost, there's stuff to see in London is what we're finding out. Off we go to Canada.
I've been watching the kings and queens caught up in careless dreams. Oh, and you turned up. Somebody turned my luck. I'll give love to the world. I stay true to my word. We be
Check this out. We were just casually walking by Big Ben. Like, how surreal is all this? And in front of us is the London Eye, and I believe the Thames River. Yeah, I can see it in the distance. I'll turn around so you can see we see. There's a lot of people down here, but
I'll give love to the world. I stay true to my word. We'd be queens and kings of everything. I could gaze at the stars, take my rocket to Mars. We'd be queens and kings of everything. I bet my heart on you.
we then walked all through London, did lots of steps, checked out a whole bunch of stuff that you've seen in the video here, and we finally got back in the underground and came back. And at that time we were pretty bagged. We found something to eat
Yeah.
and then crashed for the night.
Yeah, it was a pretty early night because we had flown the whole night before and hadn't
Yeah.
slept. So we were, well, I was in bed by 8 p.m. that night.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. We're just in our room right now having our morning coffee after our first sleep. I slept 10 hours last night after that long flight and walking around London all day yesterday. But anyways, Mr. Canuck wanted to show you the room. It's a little messy, but this is what it looks like in reality. So take them around, Mr. Canuck.
I'll show you around. Yeah, it's not a big room, so we really can't hide the clutter and the mess. So we'll start at the bathroom.
It is a big room in European standards.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
We paid for the deluxe extra large room, so any other room in this facility is smaller than this. This is the biggest one.
This is our bathroom. And it's been training grounds for the cruise. It's pretty close to the same size as the cruise bathroom. The shower may actually be smaller than Holland America showers.
Oh, definitely.
It's tough to get around in there, but yeah, that's what our British bathroom. Little tiny sink. You have to hold your hands sideways to wash your hands. It's kind of unique. The bed, I believe it's a double bed. It's definitely not a king.
I know, I'm pretty sure it advertises a king bed, but I think it's a queen in North American standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then our messy stuff on our shelves and all our charging stuff. We had to bring adapters from North America
Yeah.
so that we could use the British power supply. So we've luckily got 2 adapters plugged in. No USB ports in the room, but a lot of British style plugs.
There's a very nice big wardrobe there, but we're not here long enough to unpack and repack. But if you were staying here for a week or two, it's a perfect size.
And this is a little studio apartment. This is Studio 2 Let. We said yesterday in the video, but I guess we didn't start off saying that's what it was. But that's kind of our kitchen area that has turned into our
Dressing room.
dressing room and our
Makeup.
toothbrush. We even have a kettle, so I was able to have my tea today in England. And another suitcase and lots of mirrors in here, just awkwardly positioned for where the plugs are. And then we got this little, what would you call this?
Veranda?
Terrace? Subterranean terrace? Because it's below ground level. Let me show you. There's the sky way up there. And that is our room here in London. We're just blocks away from King's Cross, so it's for transit. It's well situated, and we're a little bit north of most of the tourist attractions, so everything's just hopping on the underground and heading out, like we're going to be doing in just a little while. So on the start of day 2, we got up. We knew we were going to the 2 castles. First place was going to be Buckingham Palace, and so we decided to take the underground, which was fairly easy. We knew exactly where we wanted to get to. There was a park actually on the north side of the palace that we figured we'd walk through to get to the palace, make sure we were there in lots of time for our tickets, our tour tickets. And so we just jumped out at that station there. We walked our way through and came up to the palace, and then started our day. So it's out for a morning walk past Buckingham Palace.
Beautiful.
Incredible. Watching some of the guards marching back and forth in their very hot looking outfits.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a car coming out. Is it the Queen?
No.
It's not the Queen coming out.
I doubt she's here.
Okay, let's go explore a little more. Behind us is the Canada Gates here at Buckingham Palace. Queen Victoria's sitting just above us there.
Yeah. Beautiful spot.
With the mall to the left of us. Yeah. What do you think?
Pretty historic.
Pretty historic?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think the Queen will like your dress?
Yeah, I highly doubt I'll see her today, unfortunately.
No? You think you see her?
I think we might just miss each other.
Huh.
Yeah.
You'll have to steal some of her pastries then from the
Queen's Park Cafe.
cafe that's going to be in there. So today we're actually going on a tour inside Buckingham Palace. You have to buy the tickets a long time ahead of time, but we managed to get them months ago. Back when we first booked this trip, we bought the tickets to get an inside tour.
Yes.
So yeah, so we have to go find the entrance for that, and then we're going to go inside. Unfortunately, you can't come with us because no cameras filming allowed inside the palace.
Can't film it.
So you have to judge how nice it is based on the size of Jill's smile when she comes out.
Are we allowed to take pictures while we're in
No
there?
pictures either. No
Oh.
pictures or photography or
Sorry,
filming. So that's all we got.
You've got to come and do it yourself.
Yeah, so we'll tell you, but I'm sure it's going to be well worth it.
I'm very excited.
Yes, you will get to see the Queens of the Gardens outside of the palace. That we are allowed to film that, so you get to see the very end of it.
All right.
Okay, in we go. It's amazing. Again, like last night, I don't know where to look. Gorgeous here.
Well, you know what they say. There are no kingdoms without rulers. Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens every day. On the low, we are brave. Yes, even braver than the bravest. So let's go.
Where are you?
I am at the Queen's Garden Cafe. We just did a wonderful tour, guys. We weren't allowed to film in there, but it was phenomenal. I highly recommend it. And now we're just going to have a little snack here. I'm having the traditional scone with some cottage cream and jam. And Mr. Canuck went with the Queen's Jubilee cake.
I think that's edible.
It is.
Mm-mm.
My cappuccino has the crown stamped in it.
My sponge cake seems to be missing a piece of chocolate with an emblem on it.
See my little tiny jam that comes with my scone? Isn't that adorable?
I found my next watch. Pocket watch from Buckingham Palace. Only £1,000. What'd you buy?
I might have got a necklace.
A necklace? A necklace from Buckingham Palace.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Fancy.
There goes the receipt.
This is the Buckingham Palace garden. Huge trees here. My gosh. Kings and queens that have walked underneath them. We went up to Paddington Station up there. That's where we grabbed a train, where we had to buy train tickets. We didn't have those purchased ahead of time, so it didn't end up being any more money from what I could tell from what I saw online weeks ago to that day. So it really wasn't too bad to buy them the day of. And from there we got a nice comfortable train. They even had service, but our ride was only 6 minutes until we had to get onto another train. So, and we've never done any of this before, so we were just kind of going by the seat of our pants. We were asking questions of people if we had to.
Everybody was very helpful.
Yep.
Everywhere where we bought train tickets, there was a man there that was helping. All along the way, we've had people that were quite willing to help. On our way to Windsor Castle.
Yeah, sounds like we need to make a stop along the way, but figure that out in a few more minutes, change trains, and then hopefully we'll be there. All new experience.
Yeah.
This is a very fast train.
They have Wi-Fi on this train, free Wi-Fi, and there is a server going around serving drinks that you can order.
Yeah, classy service.
Nice little way to get around.
Now we're in the country. Look. then we arrived at Windsor Eaton Central, I think it's called. Right down, there's a big, huge mall complex combined with the train station. It's really nice, and restaurants and shopping. Yeah, we went from there and just kind of poked around. We didn't have tickets till 2:30. I think we were there by, what, 1:30 at the latest?
Yeah, we shopped around for around a half an hour or so, and then Mr. Canuck just went by the front gate at 2 just to see what the process looked like. And she told us, if you guys are ready to come in, you can come in now. So we went in at around 2 o'clock.
Yep, so then when you go into Windsor Castle, a little bit different than Buckingham. Buckingham, you go in, and it's organized for in the very first second you go into the property and then until you come out. With Windsor, you go on, it's just a wide open area, and you just start wandering around the grounds.
We're here, Windsor Castle.
Hey, oh, more castle. Here, look, there's more castle, honey. I'd film us, but I think that's more impressive, don't you think?
Yeah.
What do you think?
What a beautiful day to do it. We watched other people vlog here, and unfortunately they weren't as lucky as us with the weather. They had a lot of pouring rain when they were doing it. This is beautiful.
What do you think, though? Us or that?
Oh, definitely that.
There's a castle and a half right there. Look at this thing. There's bad news, honey. I might start playing Dungeons and Dragons again after doing this. This is real life what I did as a teenager.
We just came out of St. George's Chapel. That is where Prince Harry got married. It's where a lot of significant things have happened, but that's the most recent one.
Quite the spot. What they say, there are 10 kings buried in that chapel. I'm speechless as I look forward. That's all I gotta say. Like, wow. Let me show you what I mean. Castles in one day. What was your favorite? Do you agree with the Queen? Do you like Windsor better or Buckingham?
Well, I think I'd have a different perspective if I lived in one, but to see one, probably Buckingham.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So if we do really well at YouTube, we make billions and trillions and we could buy a castle, I'd buy probably something more like Windsor. I like a tower. I like tall walls. I love views overlooking the countryside. Surprised you take Buckingham. I didn't expect that answer. Even the Queen will not get along.
I don't think it's something we'll ever have to worry about.
Not gonna have to worry about which castle to live in? Never know. Okay, I don't know where we're going. Keep exploring.
We went to the chapel first, and then from there we went into the actual suites in the castle.
Yeah, we went and saw the dollhouse first.
Oh, the dollhouse.
And then from the dollhouse, then we went to the staterooms is where it was. We went through all the staterooms and a combination of, I guess, we found out our staterooms have been redone. since the fire of 1992. So it's a little bit different character than part of the staterooms that are the older staterooms. But yeah, we again went very slow. We sat down. Our legs were getting tired. We had lots of breaks and watching people go by as we just kind of took it all in. So yeah, we didn't do either excursion. I feel like I'm on a ship already. We didn't do either adventure quickly or rushed by any means. I don't think we missed out on anything.
No,
We saw everything we could.
It was around 4:30 when we left Windsor Castle, so that we were there for a good 2.5 hours. Yeah, and then from there we went and had a wonderful dinner.
Cheers to a marvelous day at Castles. We are here at the Cafe Rouge in Windsor. First course arrived and we both ordered the French onion soup. Smells wonderful.
Dinner has arrived. I have a chicken on a bun with a couple of French fries with some vinegar, chips.
And I have the demi glazed chicken with a side salad.
And some lemon.
With some lemon for
And
myself.
the bottle of wine continues to disappear.
So to finish off our wonderful meal here at Cafe Rouge, we are having some creme brulee, one of my favorite desserts. Try it.
We jumped on actually the wrong train. We had tickets for a different train. We're still not sure how that works, if it really was really the wrong train or a different train, but we got to the end and it was like we were supposed to use our Oyster card to get off the train, the Elizabeth line it was called. And we had tickets for GWR Railway.
Right.
But we went through and there was a gentleman there helping people come through the gates, and
Staff.
we tried to get through. Nothing was working with our train tickets, and we told him we said we thought we got them the wrong train. And he said, "Oh, no," and he tapped the thing for us and let us go through. So I don't know if that's what is the normal procedure or just because he knew we were tourists that were just...
Either way, it worked out fine.
Yeah, and then from there we just we hopped back down into the underground again and zipped back across to the hotel.
Yeah.
A 12-hour day, taking in both castles and doing both of them completely. Total, inside tours.
Right. But, I mean, we could have done it faster if we wanted to. We didn't need to. We enjoyed our day. We had a lovely, relaxing dinner at the end of it, which was very nice. Shared a bottle of wine and just took in the castle in the background as we were eating dinner. So, couldn't have a better experience,
Yeah, you don't mind being tired after having a lifetime adventure like that. So.
Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of any footage to show you inside. The rules are you can't film inside, so we had the cameras with us in our pockets. We were respectful. Didn't do anything other than just take it in and burn it into our brains. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how you do both castles, and I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, for sure.
Wonderful day. So. Suitcases are packed. Where are you on your way to now?
We are heading to Dover. Our driver should be here in around 10 minutes, so we're just going to check out of our hotel and wait out front for him. Hopefully it all goes well. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, we had to hire a private driver because all the trains are on strike today. So
We originally had train tickets booked for today, and we got an email last week saying that they were going to be on strike. So we quickly hired a private driver. Had a hard time trying to find one, but we got one. Hopefully they show up and everything goes well.
Okay.
Let's see.
Off we go.
Well, we made it to Dover, everybody. Here's our beautiful hotel right there.
Best Western Plus Marine, I believe is the name of it, if you're wanting to know.
Yeah, it is. And we just went to check in. We're a little early. It's around 11:30 here. They said our rooms would be ready by 2 at the latest. So they checked our bags for us in a secure room, and we are off to explore Dover.
You can't see it, but in front of us is the White Cliffs of Dover. There's a ferry leaving right now, I believe, or coming in, one of the two. Coming in. So I'll turn you around. You can see
What we see.
the White Cliffs of Dover, the castles up on top, and the ferries. And you can see, I don't know if you can see, Disney, we believe is Disney Magic.
I think it said Magic.
Is that off in the distance there as well? So I'll show you the Cliffs of Dover. And we did a little bit of research about what we wanted to do and going to the castle and how that looked. We knew it was walkable. We also knew about a really nice place we wanted to have lunch at. So we headed out and we walked from the hotel over to the little tavern, White Horse, and that only took 10 minutes max from our hotel.
We are in the White Horse, pub. What you just saw was established in
Was it 1365? Before Columbus, I believe, even discovered the New World. This pub was serving drinks.
crazy.
So, little whiskey. And then from there, we hiked up to the castle, into the castle tour. And that was, again,
Lots of steps and lots of hills.
the same distances from the hotel, but it was 10 times higher. So we had to go up a lot of hills.
We
Stairs.
got our exercise in that day.
What do you do after you have a huge lunch? You climb 1,000 stairs up to the castle here in Dover. How are we getting up there? Not me. I'm breaking. See you out there in a while.
I was lost in a city dream, and I was at home again beside the stream. Then you walked past me, and you saw me and smiled. I will never forget the first time when I saw you. I thought I lost my mind. Blue and faded was blown away and left behind. I hope you'll always be around, even if I fail. You are like a summer breeze that I must inhale. Is it possible for us to feel this way forever? Loving you has never felt more right. Woke up lonely, and for you there is nothing in this world I wouldn't do. I would walk 1,000 miles just to see you.
So, how's your Dover Castle?
It was an experience.
It's an experience? That didn't sound like a glowing review.
Well, it's a little more medieval time castle than Buckingham, and
You wouldn't call it the third crown or the triple crown of castles we've done?
no,
No.
it's a little more rustic.
In saying that, it's a combination of the new and old.
True.
A lot of recent World War II stuff, a little bit of one, and Cold War, and then also combined with some very old,
Yeah.
Roman kind of very early history too. So it's kind of a...
It was a big combination.
So we're gonna walk back. We're about 10 minutes from the hotel. Hopefully we'll be able to check in, put our feet up for a while.
Yeah.
So we are here in our hotel room, room 105. This is standard double room. I'll just bring you in and show you. So here's the counter, the desk, Mr. Canuck getting us all hooked up onto the Wi-Fi. Nice big TV, full mirror, a nice big closet if you were going to be spending time here. I just have sort of our stuff shoved in there for now. But the nicest part of this room is behind this door. So this is considerably larger than the bathroom we had in London for the few nights. So after all the walking we've done, this bathtub is calling my name, I think, tonight. There's no ice bucket in the room, so this was my idea of trying to cool wine for tonight. Anyways, this is where we are for the night before we get on the cruise. Once we checked into our hotel in Dover, and we were in a hotel within a walking distance of the cruise port, but not really walking distance with 4 suitcases. But anyways, when I checked in and I asked about having a taxi pick us up to bring us to the cruise port the next morning, the people at the desk sort of chuckled and said, "Oh no, there's not enough taxis here for that. You're gonna have to walk."